At the age of 13, life changes. My mother passed off when I was 13 years old. She was 42, and my mother already had 11 children. I don't know how she do it, but me now question God. God know exactly why, because we are His handmaid and we are blessings. So my mother took sick. She got a stroke, and my mother, she went into the hospital, and it was a December, and she lived until the February. There was this Saturday when my father sent me to buy some kerosene oil. And when he sent me to buy the kerosene oil, I stopped. I stopped at the hospital and I looked for my mother. And that was the last day I saw my mother. So at the passing of my mother, my sister was home. But after the burial, she left. She was 14 at that time. She left to go to live with my auntie. Alright, so at that time I was the eldest one at home now, with 5 smaller brothers. So I have to play the role of taking care of them. My father would, still do his carving and his fishing, but I would have to play the role of taking care of my smaller brothers. I would have to wash, I would have to clean, and believe me, I would have to cook. Trust me. And, I didn't feel no way that time because I know I have to help to take care of them. Sometimes, believe me, when I wash the clothes on the line, then they don't even wash clean, God know because I'm tired, but, I just have to do it. And, but one thing with my parents, school was a must. School was a must. Even if they don't have the lunch money to give us, we go school. We have to go. On many occasions, me see my father, my mother, throw my mother out of the door. But although my mother isn't here now, I've learned a valuable lesson out of all this. Many a times my mother would be sleeping under the cellar, like she's a dog. And one day I was sitting and, I uttered a word and my children asked me why. And I said, because it was really cold. And I uttered a word and my children asked me why. And I said, I don't know how my mother do it. Because if the time is so cold now, and I know some of the time when my father run out my mother, and my mother under the cellar, me know she cold. But us as children, we could never do anything. We could never say anything. Because if we say anything, we're going to get a from my father. We're going to murder we. Some of the morning, many occasions when my mother sleep under the cellar and we get up in the morning, we go under there with her. And we dey ask her, Mama, what happened? And she just, sometimes she just start tell us what happened. And by the time she go tell we, she will see we father and she change to a different subject. Me know why. Because she don't want to escalate. And because of that, we had a hatred for our father. Because the way he treat our mother, we grew up hating him. Trust me, we grew up hating my father. It was time for me now to leave school because I finished 9th grade. So my father wasn't a stand-up person, so I couldn't really tell him. Because if I tell him, I know exactly what I'm going to tell him. I'm going to say, him not have no money. So then I'm in the graduating batch. So I went to a cousin of mine, which was older than me, so I called him uncle. So I showed him exactly what was happening, and he took me and he get a piece of material in the town, and he took me to a dressmaker, and the lady made the dress for me, and he purchased a shoe for me, and I went to graduation. And that day of graduation, my hair wasn't even, I went to my next door neighbor, and I asked her, and she, she picked out my hair, like she sews it up, and I went to graduation. And after that, my sister, she was attending a secondary school, and I spoke to her, and she You know, she did the same one that I said before, that leave home, and she spoke to somebody at the school and they told me what to do, and then I got registered here. After getting registered at the school, I started attending the school, and you know, I have to. I didn't finish school, and the reason why I didn't finish school, because I got pregnant. I didn't get pregnant off my own will. I got pregnant because I was raped, and I was raped by a man that was way, way older than I do. All right, let me backtrack. The second child from my mother, he was living a little distant from where our home was, because he wasn't my father's child. And my father didn't want none of my mother's children that wasn't his to be at his, to come around my mother or come at his house. So my brother, you know, he grew up in boys' home, and after it was time for him to come home, then he got a place to rent. And one day I went up there because he would give us things on many occasions. I'm not telling no lie, he was our backbone. And I went up there to look for him. And after I went up there, I was bidding him goodbye. And there was this man who said to me, where am I going? And I said, I'm going down the road. And he said to wait for him, he's going down that way. So while we were walking, I said to him, are you the father of X? I'm not going to call no name in this story now. Are you the father of X? He said, no. So when I'm still walking and I observed, he was before me, and I observed that he took a track, a shortcut that I'm going to take to go home. And when he took the track, I was behind him. And then he took the road now to go by my house, to go to where I'm living. And I look at him again and I said, are you the father of X? I call another name. And he said, yes. And I said, oh, he said, oh, you know. And I said, because you have a look of him, and you even walk like him. That's the reason I asked you. All right, so after we reached where the man's son was living, I was standing there and I was talking to him. And the man uttered out of his mouth and he said to me, you are my daughter-in-law. Remember me tell you, me are just 17 now, you know. I'm just 17 now. And he said, you are my daughter-in-law. And I finished talking and I walk. And there's a part in the Bible that says, the tongue is full of poison. And that's true. And I went down to my house. The same man's son was a friend of my father. He associated with my father. He used to leave things, building material at my father's house. So we'd come to my father's house on a regular basis, sit and talk, all of us sit and talk. My father sometimes would send us, say, go so and so over there and collect so and so. So there was this morning now, when me, alongside two of my smaller brother, we went over there, just to sit and chat. Because we always go over there, go sit and chat. And he would have come a free house, sit and chat. We go over there and we sit and chat. The man said to me, two brothers, say, go down to Miss X, go buy 2 cigarettes for me. Miss X not live no distant, Miss X live 3 houses. No, 1, 2, 4 houses from the man. Our house was 2 houses from Miss X. And my brother, they went down there. And by the time my brother, them lift up from over the man yard, the man just grabbed me and ripped me off. Trust me, I was a victim of rape. And after it happened, I went over because I was going to get ready to go to school. I went over and I took my shower. And I was messed up. But as I said before, my father wasn't a person I could talk to. And the thing is, I don't know, but we were so afraid of that man that we're afraid to tell him things. We're afraid to tell him things. So I didn't tell anybody what took place because I was afraid and I was ashamed. And I went to school that day, and I still continue going to school. So till one day I was at school and a teacher called me. She came and took me out of the class. And she said to me, I heard that you are pregnant. I said, no, miss, I'm not pregnant. But trust me, I miss my period. I said, no, miss, I am not pregnant. She said to me, she talked to me and then she said to me, the only way you can still be coming to school is if you bring me a doctor's certificate. That's the guidance counselor. I said, okay, miss, and I leave out. But trust me, I knew I was pregnant.
Hey guys, what's up beautiful people? It's your girl Nadia Official. Well people, this is part 2 in a series that I am publishing on this channel. So stay tuned for the rest of the series. Guys, this is a very powerful testimony. This is a testimony that you guys out there will really want to hear. So please, I am begging you guys, stay tuned and listen carefully. Because I know a lot of you guys out there can identify with this, have been through it, or know somebody who has been through the same situation. I really want to thank this person who allowed me the privilege and the honor to really share their story on my platform. I am hoping and I am praying that I do my best to share this as best as I can. But people, I'm telling you, this is very powerful. So I want to thank the person for sharing this, because it takes courage, it takes strength to come and face the world and tell the world your life story. People, if you don't have anything out there and you want to share it, you know this is your place. You guys free to email me, DM me, or anything, and I will share whatever story you guys want to put out there in the world. But remember guys, sharing your story takes courage and it takes strength. So if you don't have the courage and you don't have the strength, well, just sit back, relax, and listen to the rest of people them who have the courage to share, because it takes courage and strength to share. And you don't know, say this is your girl Nadia Official. Always keep things real, always keep things official. Big up on yourself out there, people. Thanks to each and every one of you guys out there who ever watch a video for me. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the shares, and the DM messages. And to all of the top supporters them off the page with a bad side on the name, thank you so much. And to all of the people them who subscribe, who share, who like, who send me a star, whatever you guys do to support the platform, thank you so much. Gratitude is a must, humbleness is a must. And you don't know, say, if you place, so you free to comment whatever you want to comment. No comment has ever been deleted. So just do so respectfully. Big up on yourself out there. And like what I said, if you don't have anything to share, just DM me and we will make the arrangement to share it out there. And you don't know, respect you to each and every one of you out there. Bless up on yourself, people. Peace. I'm out. Bye.